With a storm outside the door, they signed their names to something the world had not seen before. From Bunker Hill to Yorktown, through the hunger and the snow, they proved a common people could make a nation grow. Across the watching oceans, kings began to fear that liberty was living in a brand new hemisphere. Here's to 250 years of liberty and thunder, of work, worn hands, and iron will that pulled the world from under. From red dirt roads to the stars we made our own, America kept rising and the whole world followed on. Raise it high for the brave, for the builders and pioneers. You're the nation that led the way 250 years. We fought again in 1812, watched the flag still wave, then rolled across the rivers with a restless heart and faith. We laid the tracks of iron, made the locomotive scream, turned a rugged continent into one connected dream. The telegraph spoke lightning, the reaper fed the plains, and every town that rose up said hope down freedom's veins. Then cannon smoke divided a house that could not stand. Brother marched on brother across a wounded land. But through the southern pine trees, through the porches, fields, and songs, a proud and faithful people found the strength to carry on. Lincoln called the nation back to its founding claim, and all men are created equal started ringing through the flame. Here's to 250 years of liberty and thunder, of work, worn hands, and iron will that pulled the world from under. From red dirt roads to the stars we made our own, America kept rising and the whole world followed on. Raise it high for the brave, for the builders and pioneers, for the nation that led the way 250 years. Edison lit the darkness, the Wright boys split the sky, Ford put wheels beneath the world and taught mankind to drive. We built the dams and highways, raised barns and raised kids, turned us bowls into supper, with the good Lord's help we did. From medicine to motion, from steel to radio, America gave tomorrow a place for dreams to go. We crossed the seas for strangers when the tyrants shook the earth, not for crowns or conquest, but for liberty's worth. From Normandy's cold water to Midway's burning blue, farm boys became thunder when the world needed true. They came back home from battle, built the houses, schools, and towns, and helped a broken planet lay its heavy burden down. We stood the line in Korea, bore the scars of Vietnam, faced the wall in Berlin till that wall came crashing down. We split the atom, healed the sick, put footprints on the moon, fed nations from our harvest fields, and gave the world our tunes. From jazz and blues to country strings, from rockets to the road, America kept building and carried heavy loads. From desert storms arising to the smoke of September skies, good men stood against the dark when evil tried to rise. Through Iraq and Afghanistan, through sacrifice and sand, the brave went out to face the fire so peace might have a chance. There's still a soldier standing, still a farmer in the field, still a teacher, nurse, and lineman keeping faith behind the shield. Then Abraham's old promise found a road through desert sand, where former foes shook open hands and tried to understand. Not every wound was mended, not every sword was laid, but peace begins with footsteps that the fearful liberty and thunder, of work-worn hands and iron wheel that pulled the world from under. From red dirt roads to the stars we made our own, America kept rising and the whole world followed on. Raise it high for the brave, for the builders and pioneers. God bless the American story, 250 years. Let the church bells ring out, let the steel guitars play, let the children learn the story of the price folks had to pay. From the first shot heard for liberty to peace beyond our fears. God bless the land that lit the way, 250 years.